Hello, this is Smarter Prepping with Uncle Mark, and I'm Uncle Mark. Today I'm here to tell you about three different things I've been, uh, type of foods I've been preparing for myself recently. I got to looking around and realized, see on the left, see the salt shaker on top of the tomato soup cans? I lately realized I had five cans of condensed tomato soup, and I realized that I got free. And recently I got for free a can of tomato sauce. Um, yeah, and a can of spaghetti sauce. And I just poured that in that mug, that white mug, drank the spaghetti sauce, drank the tomato sauce, and then I realized, oh, I got tomato soup. That would be similar. So to make something similar, each can of tomato soup, I pour it in there. It's kind of thick and goopy. So I pour in some water out of my fridge. I stir, shake on some good iodized salt. Shake some of that good iodized salt in there. Shakety, shake, iodized salt. Iodide is a necessary nutrient. Okay. And then I typically sip a little more, and then add some more water, and then stir. Anyway, so that's fun. So I've been doing that ongoing. See, I won't even rinse the cup out when I start the next jar. In fact, real soon I'm going to drink that down, and then add another can. I'm not going to wash it in between cans. Then to the right here is a goopity goop here, which is made with sour cream. I buy a little tub of sour cream at the nearby store. Put the sour cream in that 1 quart glass container, right? And then I need to put sweetener in it. And I had been using honey, but I realized, wait a minute, I got some, see that fruit spread strawberry? Call it strawberry jam. Strawberry jam that I got recently for free. I can throw some of that in there, or I got this jellied cranberry sauce, been sitting around for 2 years. Best if used by date is like a year and a half back. So I started using that. This batch is actually made with 1 can of jellied cranberry sauce and 1 tub of that sour cream. And see, the purpose of that is partly just to have a treat that I can spoon up, but partly to eat that turmeric. See, the turmeric, Turmeric, turmeric is supposed to be one of the best superfoods. The three best. I looked at a list of superfoods off the internet some years back, and that was one of the very top ones. Okay, so I sprinkle in some turmeric. It tastes kind of bitter. That's why I have to sweeten it. And then I threw in some nutmeg and cinnamon I like the smell of the nutmeg and cinnamon. So that's for aromatherapy. So that's my concoction. Like I say, I have three different ways I might sweeten my sour cream and turmeric, nutmeg, cinnamon. Honey, I'll save the honey for a little later. I'll use a jellied cranberry sauce, best if used by date a year and a half ago. Okay. Use up the strawberry jam. Anyway, so that's just something just mix up and eat. And then over here, oh my gosh, these are no-bake cookies. I just learned these. I go to the Ascension Loving Hope Day Center. And we sat there and made these no-bake cookies, a little slightly different version. And they sent us home with a printout of the recipe. Okay, here's the cookies down here in the foreground, see? They are so tasty. And here's how I make it. I follow the recipe fairly close. Very simple. See, grab that 1 pound of peanut butter that I got for free. Okay. Put that in that 1 quart glass dish, Pioneer Woman. I got Walmart.com. So the 1 pound of peanut butter goes in there, and I put in some of that honey. I don't exactly measure the honey, but a fair amount of the honey. Put that in the microwave 30 seconds. Take it out, stir. Microwave 30 seconds, take it out, stir. Do that however many times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever, until I get the peanut butter and honey soupy and goopy enough. And then I take that. At one point I had 6 of those bags of oatmeal. 6 bags of quick oats oatmeal. I used one of them to make this batch. I still have 5 batches. I have 4 sitting in the freezer. I have this 4 of those bags of oatmeal sitting in the freezer, and this bag sitting here. Goodness gracious. So each time I make it, I want to make these on a pretty regular basis and gradually use up these oats. I've been sitting in there in my freezer for a year, 2 years. Let's start using up the oats. With free oats, with free peanut butter, really. Anyway, once I get the peanut butter and honey mixture put together and warmed up in the microwave, however long, put the oats in that large stainless steel mixing bowl you see back there. The oats in a large stainless steel mixing bowl, and then put that peanut butter and honey mixture on top, and then stir. It's hard to get it stirred up real thoroughly. Anyway, and then lay that parchment paper on that casserole dish. Lay parchment paper all across the bottom of that casserole dish. Then pour the mixture onto the parchment paper in that casserole dish, right? And then spread it out with my fingers. Spread it out with my fingers, and then set that dish in my freezer, my deep freeze in the back. Set that dish in my deep freeze, and then let it sit there overnight. That's what I did last time. And then pull it out. After it's been sitting out for a couple of hours, I start breaking off chunks and putting in these slider bags. And I put together 3 bags full. 3 bags full, okay? I already ate 1 bag full. This is the second one. The third one's still in the freezer, okay? So that's where I'm at. 3 different things. Cold tomato soup. Super healthy, sweetened sour cream with turmeric, nutmeg, cinnamon. And no-bake cookies. Free oatmeal. Free peanut butter. Sweetened with some honey. Goodness gracious, that tastes so darn good. Anyway, so I'll close with later, Tater.